Hi, this is the individual portfolio for Zhuoran Li. I'm in Team Red Panda, and the project of us is PaleX, a visualized medical information application to assist the elderly taking medicines. I have been active in it as a designer and front-end programmer. As a designer, I'm responsible for the medicine information function, which gives the elderly a visualized interface of medical information. From the previous research, small text on the medicine box and instruction has become a challenge for the elderly. Thus, this application would help them getting useful information in a conscious and visualized method. I also designed the camera scan function because from our observation, users can have significant difficulty on typing, especially with the long name of the medicines. Therefore, scanning the QR code instead of typing makes the app easier to use. As a front-end programmer, I have built the login module, navigation module, medicine information page, and camera scan function. The login module provides authentication process which makes our application safer, and sign-up function has been built to allow new users. The navigation module is as simple as possible to simplify the cognition process. Medicine information page is used to provide conscious and useful information about a certain medicine. And to obtain information, camera function has been used to let user scan QR code on the medicine box. To achieve an efficient cooperation, our team used communication tools including WeChat for regular communication and Discord for meeting twice a week. We worked on each part separately and combined them together through the GitHub. Except from the overall plan, we also made goals for each stage, and when met difficult problems, we have tried to solve them together. Several big changes has been made through the process. Where at first we determined the web app as a platform across solution, the user research data has shown that the elderly would prefer mobile app rather than the website. Both the internal and external navigation could cause obstacle for them. Therefore, we turned to React Native-based application, which can be quick to build. Second, we did not get suitable API, so the database is made by our team and the items has been limited. This change highly relates to the medicine information page. The user research has shown that users would prefer image-rich interface, so I raised the request to build our own database to fit in the specific data form. As a result, we keep the visualized information, but I believe it can be better if we could have a large scope database. Thirdly, for the camera part, I've changed the API to provide both the scan and avatar function. With the more original APIs, I can control more functional setting and also decrease the unnecessary computing time. Research has been conducted including user research, academic research, available APIs, and existing apps. As a designer, I searched a lot about the rationality of the camera function and the elderly habits to use mobile phone. I also looked at the existing applications including reminder apps and medical information apps. It's quite common for these apps to visualize the data. However, there is a gap between usability and the elderly, as most of the apps are more friendly with young people, and it's a quite common situation to see the medical information with an unsatisfied interface. As a programmer, I have been looking for APIs. With them, I can build camera and file read functions to provide user a method to access the information without typing. Documentation of the APIs also saved me lots of time. To reach a high quality, sound judgment has been developed through the process. To make sure the function is truly work for the target users, we have both researched quite a lot before the design and continuously tested the functions. During the research, we conducted long-time observations to experience how the elderly would take medicine and play with mobile phones. This gave us a more clearly understanding about what obstacles for the elderly would be and how the applications can fit in their habit when providing help. And the results have been considered in the prototype. When I developed the medicine information and camera function, the evaluation has been conducted frequently. Evaluation functions like think aloud help me to think from the perspective of the users. I have changed both interface and functions to provide a better experience. However, I realize that not all the changes are necessary, as some of the elderly can have strong personal preference that is not a common situation. Through the development, I have considered about the ethic issue. Where our target users are the elderly, the design has specifically focused on simple navigation and preventing errors. Users should be able to access all the functions and recover from errors quickly. Moreover, with the respect of all the elderly, I believe the stronger usability should not be the excuse of the disappointed interface. So much effort has been put in the Outlook. However, there is one point I haven't done well. After the last test, I found that though the information is only for the elderly, there is a chance that young people would use it as instruction. For them, the information, like amount to take, should be different. I should give a warning about the difference or providing different information based on the user's age. Our team also considered the storage of data. When loading the app, all the information is fetched from or stored in the database rather than the local. It can take a while, but the user's information can be safer. If I have enough time, I will put more effort on these points. First, enhance the medicine information function. Well, for now, it only works well with the database we have built. It should fit in more API provided by the medical companies. This might include algorithm of analyzed text. Second, enhance the function of scan. Well, now it only allows users to scan QR code. It can be better to have text or image recognize function. Thus, if the user has already through the box, they can still get the information. At last, change the health data function. Instead of letting user tap in the data, it should automatically get data from other health applications or devices, so that users can always check accurate data without bothering to input it every day. That's all. Thank you for watching.